In the heart of New York City once stood a majestic mansion that epitomized the opulence of the Gilded Age. The Charles M. Schwab Mansion, also known as Riverside, was a breathtaking architectural marvel that left visitors in awe. But behind its grand facade lay a fascinating story of a man who rose from humble beginnings to become a titan of the steel industry. Join us as we embark on a journey through time to unravel the captivating tale of Charles M. Schwab and the magnificent mansion he built. How did a young boy from a modest town transform into one of the wealthiest and most influential figures of his time? What drove him to construct such a lavish residence that would eventually meet a fate none could have foreseen? If you want to find out more about the lives and customs of the most opulent and wealthy families in the world, best remember to like and subscribe to our channel. From humble origins to industrial magnate. Charles Michael Schwab was born on February 18, 1862 in Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. He grew up in a modest household, and his family's financial struggles instilled in him a relentless drive to achieve success. From an early age, Schwab displayed an entrepreneurial spirit, and his ambition would propel him to remarkable heights. At the age of 16, Schwab left school to work as a stake driver at a local steel mill. His work ethic and determination caught the attention of the mill's superintendent, who recognized his potential and promoted him to a higher position. This early opportunity set the stage for Schwab's future in the steel industry. In 1880, Schwab joined the Edgar Thomson Steel Works, a company that was part of Andrew Carnegie's steel empire. Under Carnegie's mentorship, Schwab honed his skills in steel production and management. He quickly rose through the ranks and became the plant superintendent at the young age of 19. Schwab's journey to greatness continued when he joined the Carnegie Steel Company in his early 20s, working alongside the legendary Andrew Carnegie. He quickly climbed the ranks and proved himself to be a brilliant and innovative mind in the steel industry. His knack for efficient management and keen business acumen caught the attention of industry leaders, and he soon became the protege of Andrew Carnegie himself. As the years went by, Schwab's influence in the steel industry grew exponentially. He played a pivotal role in the formation of the United States Steel Corporation, a groundbreaking merger that made it the first billion-dollar company in the world. Schwab's rise to prominence was now inexorable, and his wealth seemed boundless. The vision unveiled, the Charles M. Schwab Mansion. Amidst his meteoric rise in the steel industry, Charles M. Schwab dreamed of constructing a mansion that would be a testament to his success and an ode to the extravagance of the Gilded Age. His vision was ambitious, to build a residence that would rival the grandest palaces of Europe and become a symbol of his status and influence. In 1902, Schwab's dream began to take shape when he acquired a prime piece of real estate on Riverside Drive in New York City. He enlisted the services of the renowned architectural firm Carrere and Hastings to bring his vision to life. The mansion's design drew inspiration from various architectural styles, blending elements of French Renaissance and Beaux Arts styles to create a harmonious and captivating aesthetic. The construction of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion commenced in 1903 and spanned several years. Every detail of the mansion was meticulously planned and executed, leaving no expense spared. The exterior featured intricate carvings, ornate balconies, and grand archways, creating an aura of grandeur and sophistication. Beyond the mansion's imposing exterior lay a world of unparalleled opulence. The interior of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion was a symphony of luxury and artistic brilliance. The grand entrance hall greeted visitors with its soaring ceilings, a magnificent staircase, and opulent marble flooring. The art collection adorning the walls showcased masterpieces by renowned painters, reflecting Schwab's refined taste and appreciation for the arts. The music room was a marvel in itself, boasting a majestic pipe organ that could fill the entire mansion with enchanting melodies. This room was the venue for lavish parties and extravagant soirees, where New York's elite would gather to revel in the splendor of the Gilded Age. Adjacent to the music room was the library, a sanctuary for Schwab's love for literature and intellectual pursuits. The shelves were lined with rare books and manuscripts, and the cozy reading nooks provided a serene escape from the bustling city outside. The mansion also housed a billiard room, a testament to Schwab's desire for leisure and camaraderie. Here, he would unwind and engage in friendly games with his esteemed guests, forging bonds that transcended the boundaries of class and wealth. Struggles of a magnate, the changing tides. As Charles M. Schwab reveled in the splendor of his opulent mansion, the world around him was undergoing profound transformations. The Gilded Age was marked by unprecedented wealth and excess, but it was also a time of growing social unrest and labor strife. Schwab's wealth and influence made him a target of public scrutiny, and his opulent lifestyle was seen by some as a display of extravagance in the face of widespread poverty. The growing labor movement, seeking better working conditions and fair wages, clashed with the industrial titans of the era, including Schwab and his contemporaries. Amidst the changing tides of public opinion, the fate of Charles M. Schwab's mansion became uncertain. The mansion, once a symbol of opulence and success, now faced an uncertain future that no one could have predicted. As the public called for greater equality and social justice, the opulence represented by the mansion came under scrutiny. Schwab, once celebrated for his success, now faced criticism for his lavish lifestyle. The stark contrast between the grandeur of the mansion and the struggles of the working class raised questions about the ethical implications of such opulence. Some saw the mansion as a symbol of wealth, inequality, and excess at a time when many Americans were facing economic hardships. The impact of economic changes. As the early 20th century progressed, economic changes also played a significant role in the fate of Charles M. Schwab's mansion. The United States faced economic recessions, including the Panic of 1907 and the Great Depression of the 1930s. These economic downturns affected even the wealthiest individuals, including Schwab. The Panic of 1907 was a financial crisis that shook the nation's economy. As banks and businesses collapsed, panic spread throughout the financial markets. While Schwab managed to weather the storm, the experience likely left a lasting impact on his approach to finance and investments. However, the Great Depression was the most significant economic catastrophe in American history. The stock market crash of 1929 wiped out fortunes overnight, leaving many once wealthy individuals in financial ruin. Schwab's vast wealth was no exception, as he faced significant financial difficulties during his tumultuous time. The economic hardships of the Great Depression took a toll on Schwab's finances, forcing him to reassess his priorities. The maintenance and upkeep costs of the Charles M. Schwab mansion became increasingly burdensome, with the mansion's significance diminishing in the eyes of the public. Schwab's financial constraints likely influenced the decisions that led to its eventual demolition. The changing landscape of New York City. The landscape of New York City was also undergoing transformation during the early 20th century. As urbanization and industrialization accelerated, the demand for prime real estate in Manhattan skyrocketed. The once exclusive neighborhood of Riverside Drive, where the Charles M. Schwab mansion stood, was no longer the preferred location for the city's elite. Real estate developers saw the potential to capitalize on the prime location of the mansion, which was now seen as outdated and out of sync with the changing times. As the demand for luxury apartments grew, the fate of the mansion was sealed. During the early 20th century, the city's skyline was rapidly evolving. Skyscrapers and modern high-rise buildings were becoming the new symbols of prosperity and progress. The opulent mansions of the Gilded Age were no longer in vogue, and the grandeur of the Charles M. Schwab mansion seemed out of place in the rapidly changing cityscape. Additionally, the economic challenges of the Great Depression and the changing social landscape influenced the preferences of the city's elite. Many of New York's wealthiest residents sought more modern and practical living spaces. The allure of grand mansions like the Charles M. Schwab mansion began to fade as luxury apartments and penthouses in high-rise buildings became the epitome of modern living. As real estate developers eyed the prime location of the mansion on Riverside Drive, the idea of demolishing the historic building to make way for modern development gained traction. The decision to demolish the mansion was likely driven by both financial considerations and the desire to meet the evolving demands of the city's elite. The demolition of an icon. In 1948, the Charles M. Schwab mansion faced an uncertain future. Its grandeur had faded, and its significance as a symbol of wealth and status had waned. Unable to find a suitable buyer or maintain the mansion's immense upkeep costs, Schwab's descendants made the difficult decision to demolish the iconic mansion. The demolition of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion was met with both nostalgia and regret. New York City's skyline had changed, and the opulence of the Gilded Age had given way to a more pragmatic and utilitarian approach to architecture. The once glorious mansion that stood as a testament to Schwab's success and ambition was now destined to become a memory of a bygone era. Legacy and impact. The demolition of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion marked the end of an era and the closing chapter of a remarkable life. Charles M. Schwab's legacy, however, continues to reverberate through history. His contributions to the steel industry and business world have left an indelible mark on American industrialization. Schwab's journey from a humble upbringing to becoming an industrial titan serves as an inspiration to aspiring entrepreneurs and visionaries. His tenacity, resilience, and innovative thinking demonstrate the power of determination and perseverance in achieving one's dreams. Despite the mansion's demise, Schwab's impact on the architectural landscape of New York City is evident. Many of the luxurious residences and opulent buildings that once adorned the city's skyline have been replaced with more modern and practical structures. Yet, the memory of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion lives on as a symbol of a bygone era of excess and extravagance. But what if the fate of the Charles M. Schwab Mansion had been different? What if this opulent dream had been preserved for future generations to marvel at? Tell us what you think in the comments below. That brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. See you next time.